Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel. This is Mr. Fire Dragon, and this is your Saturn direct reading for September 18th. I'm very excited to bring you this session because I myself am a Capricorn. I have 4 planets in Capricorn in my chart, and Saturn is a great big old deal to me, and I know he is to you. So let's get going with this amazing time of the year reading. Before we get started, just a few general notes to consider. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Capricorn out there. The messages and the astrology stuff is a lot more indicative for all Capricorns. The cards are more subjective. So if you do resonate with the messages, they are meant for you. If they do not resonate with you, throw them on out the door to another goat out there that they belong to. This is going to primarily correspond to Capricorn Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all Capricorn cross-watchers are highly welcome and encouraged to hang out with us. So lots of love out there to you. While you are thinking about it, reach out and click that subscribe button. Join this little dragon goat family that we have going on here, and also give us that click on the like button, or what I call a dragon claw up, to let me know that you enjoyed the content. So my Capricorns, our planet of Saturn has been traveling in our particular sign. There he is, right there. There's that cross of matter over the curve of spirit. So we know Capricorns all have a very soft heart. We do have that soft heart and spirit, but we also have those heads firmly planted on terra firma, and we make decisions mostly with the logic and what's most practical and what's going to bring the best outcome over time. So Saturn rules Capricorn, and it is in the sign of Capricorn for nearly a year. It is at 13 degrees of Capricorn right now and will be turning direct after a 5-month retrograde on September 18th at 4:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We can't talk about Saturn these days without also talking about Pluto, because Pluto is also in our sign since 2007. It's currently at 20 degrees of Capricorn, and it is traveling in conjunction with our ruling sign. So there's a lot of that scorpionic energy coming through for Capricorn, lots of transformation, lots of those symbolic death and rebirth kind of cycles have been happening for Capricorn. A lot of power is with Capricorns right now because it is such a powerful planet. It brings that magnetism and just raw, pure power and attraction. So Capricorn, you really are in a very, very strong, powerful place, even if it doesn't feel like it, because of all of the stuff you've been going through and having to let go of, and having to release, and all kinds of lessons that have had to be learned. Because Saturn, as we know from our experience, it is a lesson teacher. It is a hard teacher. It's a taskmaster at times. It puts Capricorn through the ringer. We feel that presence through our entire life. We always feel the pressure of Saturn going, you can do better. You can try again. Work a little harder. Work a little longer. Doesn't matter. You can deny yourself fun. You can deny yourself all kinds of other, quote unquote, enjoyable times, because there's that higher responsibility. Saturn is a karma lord. It is absolutely about give and take. It is about consequences to actions. So that's why for Capricorn especially, if you do something that isn't so nice, it comes back to you. If you do something that is really nice and purely motivated, yes, it comes back to you too. So Capricorn and Saturn energy is all about the universe will give you back what you give out to the world. So very, very strong, high standards with Saturn and Capricorn as well. And it all is about timing. That's why Capricorns, people will tend to think that the goat procrastinates a lot, or it takes too much time to get something done. But Capricorn energy and Saturn energy is all about perfect timing, and they understand that when the timing is just right, they're gonna strike and it will be perfect. And you guys, Capricorns don't mind. They don't mind building things over time. And so that's a very important part of the personality and the energy we're dealing with now. So on the universal chart for Capricorn, it will be different if it's your personal chart, but we're talking about a universal energy. For all Capricorns, this is highlighting the first house of Aries. So both Saturn and Pluto much longer than Saturn at this point, but they're both hitting that first house of Aries. And it's a very fiery house. It's the first of the whole chart. So it's about beginnings, initiations. So this is redefining who you truly are. It is burning away anything that is not for your highest good. Anything that you've needed to release, surrender, let go of. It's making you way more assertive than you have been in the past. Because before that, Saturn was traveling in the universal house of Pisces, which is very receptive and more soft and more, dreamy. Now it goes into that very assertive house of Aries, and it's all about putting your foot down. So, Capricorn, you're definitely in a seat of power going forward with this Saturn going direct, where anything that you would have put up with in years gone by, not anymore. People give you a hard time, you're like, no. So that's definitely what's coming around. And going over this last 5 months, you're going to be thinking about lessons you've learned, things you've experienced, stuff you've had to release. And it has not been easy, let me tell you. It has not. And so this next 7 months is definitely much better. It gets the wheels moving again. It gets you out of that more, having to reflect on things, having to review and, just kind of say, okay, is this really the best plan? Now you feel a lot more assured as you go forward. And we're definitely going to do some past, present, future cards about this, about what you've experienced in the past, the lessons you've brought over from the Saturn retrograde, and then where you are presently and where you're going in the near future with this. So before we get started, I'm going to play 2 tuning forks for you. I do sound therapy, and these are my forks for Saturn and the Earth, because all planets have a vibrational frequency of sound that we can actually play. Okay, wait a minute. This isn't the right ones. I got Saturn and Jupiter here. I'm looking for the Earth. Let's get the right ones, because we don't want to get it wrong. So I'm just going to play these for a moment so you can feel the vibration, and it's just going to charge up our space and get us ready. Ah, such a beautiful, beautiful vibrational frequency. So let's go ahead and start pulling these cards to see what comes out along these storylines. Yeah, so definitely a powerful time for Capricorn. Anybody that has other planets in Capricorn, you're going to also feel this very, very powerful, foundationally transforming sort of energy around who you truly are, life mission, life purpose, and just really giving yourself real self-love, real self-care, truly valuing who you are. It's very important right now. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the cards. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs of Capricorn as we work for their session, bringing out the energy of Saturn going direct on September 18th. Please protect their energy and mine and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. So Capricorn, what a beautiful, beautiful start. So Nas comes up, the number 19, feel loved and proud. This is all, like I said, about loving yourself, embracing who you are, faults and all, and going forward in a very nurturing way, the way she's holding the flowers and the bird, you know, in a very caring embrace. Then going into the near, like in the present right now, is the Epiphany card, which is revealing your gifts to you. This is showing you how truly strong, truly gifted and talented, creative, all those things that you embody, so within, so without. And then in that future is the Translucence card, which is love the darkness. And I would say that that's a funny card, but it's actually extremely positive, because Capricorn, and I love that there's a crow. They morphed the crow into like, all looks like a crow horse. So she has a feathery winged steed to ride, and she's just totally going with the flow of it. She's not fighting it. It's just like, yes, I'm just gonna go with this bird. But loving the darkness is really about loving your shadow side, Capricorn. It's about, you know, how Capricorn has that melancholy. That's why the fishtail is part of that symbology of the sea goat, because that fishtail is a little bit like Pisces. It brings up that melancholy. It brings up that kind of, oh, you know, the wistfulness and the loneliness that many Capricorns do experience from time to time. Some more than others, for sure. But yeah, it's part of our experience. And there is that side of us that needs to really embrace and love that darker side and not be afraid of it. Sometimes this can even be embraced with doing, like, you know, a little bit like a lights out ritual, where, you know, you just turn all the lights out, leave the smartphone off, turn everything off, and you just take some time to light your candles, to eat, you know, food that you cook yourself, and just really meditate upon, you know, those deeper mysteries of life. So I really, really love that going forward, Capricorn, that it's like you're really embracing all aspects of who you are, not just the lighter, more successful, or, you know, happier sides of yourself, but every part of your mood, every part of your feelings, the darker, deeper parts of your psyche, and to realize that you are strong through and through. All right, so let's pull some astrology cards and just deepen these messages up here. Yes, so wow. Okay, Capricorn, you're going to love these. Okay, so Jupiter comes up over top of the feeling loved and proud. So this is all about, you know, in this past 5 months, Capricorn, you've really had to expand your comfort zone out further than it's gone before. This is a very positive, very transformative, very beneficial energy. So even anything that felt negative was actually for your best under this energy here with the Jupiter return. It's very beneficial. So then in that present moment over the Epiphany and revealing your gifts, there's the third house of messages. So part of your gift, Capricorn, is to communicate. It's to share your thoughts, share your feelings, share your ideas with others. This could definitely lead you to be stronger in communication, or working in an area that has something to do either with speaking publicly, acting, music, the arts, you know, and just putting your creative thoughts out there. So then over top of that translucence and loving your darkness and loving that darker, deeper part of your soul is the part of fortune. And the part of fortune is actually, you're going to love this because it's all about good luck. It's all about good fortune. It's what it actually is in the astrological chart is a mathematical combination of the sun, the moon, and the rising. So what this brings you is it shows you life purpose. It shows you places where money can get better, where prosperity can increase. Beautiful, beautiful cards so far. So let's pull some tarot, and we're going to deepen these messages up for you. Ooh, Capricorn! So lots of deep messages coming through here. So in the past, this last 5 months, there's been a little bit of overwhelming energy where some of that Jupiter has brought you through so many choices, so many ways that you could go, so many potential paths that you could take. It was actually a little bit confusing and overwhelming, so you may not have taken any one of those paths. You might have just done that kind of typical Capricorn thing and just gone, you know what, I'm just going to sit this one out. There's too many choices. I don't know what's at the end of all of those, so I'm just going to wait for things to cycle back around, and I have some different choices, which is actually very wise, Capricorn, because you're the kind of sign that definitely likes to know what it's jumping into before it does, because some of these cups, you know, it's like they're kind of like, some of them look pretty good, like they've got diamonds or jewels, swords of victory, but some of them have like poison or a snake, and so it's like some of those choices might not be so great. So definitely, it's like you're not the kind, if you're going to jump into the water, you want to know if there's sharp rocks at the bottom of that pool before you go. Not a bad idea at all. So let's clarify this with another tarot deck. Okay, very good choice actually, and the outcome was quite positive, whatever your choice was in that regard, because that led you to the Ten of Pentacles, which is definitely greater success, greater financial stability, greater grounding, and feeling more solid. So then going into the present, we have that third house of messages, we have, you know, the epiphany of revealing your gifts, then we have this Two of Cups coming through, which is very much about love, relationship, soulmate, twin flame type stuff. You might really be thinking about somebody right now, or they are thinking very strongly about you. If you're super single, then you definitely have this sort of idea that it's like, well, I need to meet more people, I need to get out there, and that's part of the third house communication coming up, because you're starting to come into a better realization right now here, Capricorn, that you have a lot to offer, that you have a lot of gifts to put out to the universe, but you have to get out there and actually do it. You have to find a way to make that known, to make that vocal. So let's do a clarifying card, please, Spirit, on the Two of Cups for Capricorn. Ooh, yeah. So this to me is just, if you're in a relationship right now, Capricorn, you want it to improve or get better, this is that Eight of Pentacles coming through and saying just work at it one day at a time. Don't rush. Be patient. It is coming to be. It's not something that's going to happen, you know, just overnight, but just work at it one day at a time, and also work at what you love to do one day at a time, because this is the card in the Rider-Waite that shows the guy sitting there, you know, working one day at a time, getting his jobs done, getting his stuff done each day, and it might not seem super glamorous, but it creates, you know, as all Capricorns know, a really good result at the end. So here in the future, over top of that part of fortune, there is the Lovers card, very positive, that you have the Two of Cups in the present, and then the Lovers in the future, because to me that's just, you know, the greater expression of the Two of Cups going to the full level, like to, you know, a stronger union, stronger commitment, whether it's a marriage, living together, etc. And the interesting thing about that overlaying the part of fortune and also the loving your darkness, it's like this could bring in a really good relationship where they accept all parts of you, whether it's like, yeah, you get a little depressed, yeah, you get a little melancholy, yeah, you have those dark times, those dark moods, but I love all of you, I love all parts of you. And also because the part of fortune is involved in that, this could also be someone that, you know, is maybe even a business partner, or, you know, even if they're a love interest or they're your love partner, they can also be a work partner, somebody that's very supportive of the kind of work that you do. So let us clarify the Lovers card, please, for Capricorn. Yes, go with the flow. This is a soulmate coming in, Capricorn. If they're not already here, they're definitely coming in over this next 6-7 month cycle. This is Spirit reaching out. This is the Ace of Cups coming in, overcrossed by the Lovers. So this is absolutely a beautiful, strong, spiritual love indication right there. Really, really love that message. It's totally gorgeous. And I believe that really it's like that comes in even easier, you know, when you're, again, truly embracing who you are. Dark side, light side, all sides, you know, and it's like, here's who I am. Here's what I'm about. Yes, I get depressed, or yes, I get melancholy, or yes, I need a lot of time alone just to deal with myself. But you know, Capricorns make some of the greatest partners because they're not people that give up easily. They'll really work hard for what they love and who they love, which is always amazing. So let's pull 3 last cards. I'm going to do 3 major arcana. Okay, those wanted to flip out, the Fool and the Sun card. I'll put those to the side. And let's go ahead and bring 3 more. Yes, Capricorn, there is so much complete transformation. I knew that some of that Scorpio energy was going to show up here. So over the past, there's the justice, there's the fairness. There is also that Libra energy coming into this immediate past that we've entered over this past weekend. In the center, yes, there is the Tower card. And so that is to me all about clearing the decks for something better, something new. Sometimes the divine has to literally take a hand in there and go, okay, I've got to bring in what's best for Capricorn's highest good. And if they're not building it right now, I got to knock that down so they build something better. And then going into that future, yes, there's that Death card, that Scorpio energy, absolutely. And these were the 2 cards that flipped out. The Sun and the Fool card, which to me is beautiful. This is victory, this is positive energy, and it's also wiping the slate clean, Capricorn. So, you know, a lot of refreshed energy. And I think that the more that you let go of what's not good for you, and the more that you just take things one day at a time, work through this energy, work on building and loving yourself. Very, very positive, absolutely wonderful reading. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'll be back soon. Take care. Bye-bye.